Hey y'all, it's me Corinne. I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe because you're gonna love it here. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back, sis. Okay, it's been a long time since we did a sit down video. This is gonna be a story time. I feel like I have only one other story time on my channel. I did do another one a long time ago. It was kind of getting some views, but I deleted it because it was a little bit personal. But yeah, we're gonna try it again. This is not the same story. This is a never before told story. Okay, so I got a shrimp boil, something very simple that I prepared myself. I'm just gonna get into it. And tell y'all all about this crazy story. Alright, y'all, so maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I want to say. Let's say 4. About 4 years ago, I was in a very serious relationship. Okay? I was in a really serious relationship, y'all. And it was a good relationship. It wasn't one of them toxic relationships. I mean, it wasn't perfect neither, but it wasn't like it wasn't one of them like crazy relationships that you just gotta get out of. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things got crazy, but let's just talk about it. Alright, so during when all of this went down, I know you're like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get to it. Alright, so basically, one day, I was home in my apartment, not this apartment, my old apartment. Alright, I'm home, minding my business. I had a test to take online, okay? So I was working full time. I was going to school full time. And I had 2 kids. This is way before King. Okay? So, yeah. I'm literally taking a test on my computer. It's, I think it was a science, I don't remember the name of the science class, but it was like we were studying like rocks and stuff. I was really uninterested in the class, but I was doing my best, you know? I was doing my best. So, I hear this banging on my door, so I instantly got an attitude because they're knocking on the door like the police. I open the door so hard and say, who is it? And it was the police. Yeah. Why they had guns pointed at me? Man. They literally had guns pointed at me. And there was several of them. You would have thought I was like at the trap house or something. Like, I was in my little quiet apartment taking a test, okay, a very important test for my class. Here comes the police. They yelling at me to come outside. I had no shoes on. I didn't know what was going on. And I'm just like, me, I'm really confused, y'all, because when I tell y'all I'm not about that life, I'm really not about that life. Like, I'm really not. Like, it's really for real. Like, I'm really, not me. I'm not. I'm really not. So, I'm staying outside. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was like, I had this tear just rolling down. I'm scared. You know, the police, how can I say this? It was a lot of unnecessary deaths happening around this time. I'm gonna just keep it like that, you know what I'm saying? So I see the police, I'm scared. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real with you. I'm scared, okay? Because I don't know what they thinking, and at the time I'm like, it's nothing I can say to them that's gonna make them, you know what I'm saying? They kind of think what they think and just be, some of them. So one of my neighbors sitting outside, and so I asked him like to call my best friend to get in touch with my mom, because we all used to record music together. He, I, my best friend, or whatever. I'm like, he'll know how to get in touch with my mom. So he's like standing across the street, and he's just standing there, like not across the street, but across from me. He lived in apartments right across from me, and he's standing there making sure like that I'm good. He was like, I'm staying right here, and I'm like, okay. So I'm crying or whatever. The police had nerve. They're all standing around me, and they asked me, is anyone in there? And I was like, no. And I was like, who are you looking for? And they was like, do you know Amanda? I was like, no, I don't know anyone named Amanda. And then they asked me, am I such and such's girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, I'm his girlfriend. And it's nothing's clicking. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's clicking. What's not click? Like nothing. Like I don't know what the heck is going on. So they were like, we have to go in there, and then we're gonna take this inside. Cause it was embarrassing, you guys. There was people standing out there looking at me as if I was a criminal. Okay, me. I am a law-abiding citizen. I just want to make that real clear. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't have no past. Like I ain't got nothing going on to where I should be in that situation. So basically, we were able to go back inside. They were debating before we went inside whether or not they should cuff me. And I don't know if they could just kind of sense that I was clueless. They were like, they didn't feel like it was necessary. They was like, I don't think we need to cuff her at all. They seen how afraid I was, and they started to try to calm me down. I think it was just apparent like that I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on, and I really feared for my life. I thought they was gonna kill me off nothing. I was like, I don't even know why these people messing with me today. Like I don't know. I just wanted to take this stupid test, and just, you know, I was already frustrated because my boyfriend had left the house a couple hours ago, and he hadn't got back yet. So y'all know how frustrating that is. I was annoyed. Like, where is my boyfriend? Like, I don't know where he at. They asked me again about him. I was like, look, I haven't seen him since this morning. He left my house. And they said, yeah, we know. We picked him up as he was leaving your house. I'm like, y'all the reason I ain't heard from this man in a couple of hours. I didn't understand. So whatever made them come back to my house, I don't know. And I don't know how long they've been watching him. But they said they have been watching him. They seen when he left here. It was like he got no more than a couple minutes up the road, and they went ahead and pulled him. I said, why? You know why? So turns out he was involved, or I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't speak on it. But they said that he was involved in a murder. Okay? They said he was involved in a murder that had happened 1 weekend prior to that day and time. It was the summertime, I'll never forget, because my kids were not there. They were with their dad for the summer. And I was just thanking God that they were with their dad for the summer, because me knowing how scared I am, imagine how scared my kids would have been. Alright, so they prepared me. They were like, I need to search your house. I was like, I don't have nothing to hide. You can look through stuff. They were preparing me, y'all. They was like, it's not gonna be as bad as you see it on TV. We're not gonna tear your stuff up. We're gonna try really hard not to tear your stuff up. But you know, they was doing a strip search. They all in my kids' toy box. I mean, they're everywhere. They ripped off the medicine cabinet. I don't know what they thought was back there in the bathroom. Y'all, I never in my life have felt so little and helpless and I don't know, I felt like inhumane. Like, I just felt, it was a horrible feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, to one, not have no idea what anybody is talking about, to be searched. I had guns pointed at me. I was, you know, initially being yelled at until they backed off and was like, wait, you know, calm down, nobody's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna do it. Like, I think they felt my energy, that I was terrified. After sitting down talking with them for a while, we discussed my whereabouts. Luckily I had a job and they could vouch for anything, you know what I'm saying, that I said was, I mean, I was instantly cleared, but it was a scary situation. And then I had to quietly put my house back together, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to put all their like, you know, they don't clean the stuff back up for you. They just pull everything out, and I just had to leave. When they left, I left too. Like, I didn't feel comfortable there. I didn't really stay in my apartment that summer. Shortly after I moved here, I've been here now for 4 years. So this had to happen a little over 4 years ago. Yeah, so y'all, it was crazy. And it got crazier, okay? Because after he was, you know, incarcerated, because it later led to him being, because at first they was just holding him, questioning him, and they couldn't arrest him. I guess unless they felt something. So they came to me where I was at, thinking maybe he had something here. And I will say, you just never really know a person, because it was a lot of stuff he had going on that I just didn't know anything about. And I did get to speak to him on that before he got arrested. I did get to see him again, but I was just like, what's going on? And he was like, the stuff that I kept from you was to protect you. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, how is that helping me? I was like, I just had a gun pointed at me and everything. And he, you know, he was very apologetic. You could tell that he ain't mean for none of that to happen. But he was like, imagine me knowing everything. And, which he still wouldn't tell me anything. But he was like, imagine you knowing something. Imagine them asking a question and you actually knew the answer. And the same way they were able to tell that you weren't lying today, what if they was able to tell that you was? He was like, I would never put you in a position where you had to choose me or your own freedom. He was like, I just would never put you in a compromising situation, so I didn't tell you anything. He was like, you didn't know anything. They searched your house. They didn't find anything. I would never bring anything over here that shouldn't be over here. It was like I respected him, but I was like, dang, why did this have to be you? And I'm not saying that he was directly involved in that murder, because I don't believe that at all. Maybe he knew about it, or maybe, I don't know, but I can't see him directly being involved. And they didn't say that they thought he was directly involved. They just felt like he was involved, and that he was possibly covering something up for somebody else. And I could believe that a little bit more so than just thinking he was this. But at the same time, there was a lifestyle that he lived that I knew nothing about. Like, when I say nothing, and I was with him every single day, but I worked a job, he worked a job. And his job was like way more lenient than mine. He was an entrepreneur. He had a business location though. They had an office. I'm not really telling too much of this story because a lot of people do know about it. And I will receive messages on Snapchat where I'm not able to tell who's sending me these messages. And they were a little bit disturbing. And, you know, when somebody can't get to the person they're after, they come after the people that they love. So I didn't feel safe anymore in my own home. Y'all, I just will never forget standing in the grass barefoot, my neighbors looking at me. All my neighbors were looking at me, and I was just standing there crying, looking like I did something. And I know nobody ever looked at me the same because they don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? To this day, they don't know what happened. And then, well, they don't know if I was involved. And I just couldn't stay around there knowing that people was looking at me like that, knowing that people thought I was involved in something, with people messaging me and I don't know who they are. Like, y'all, it's a scary thing. I'm just like, it took me a long time to tell my mom this story. It took me a long time to tell her how bad everything was. Like, my phone went off so much when this finally hit the news. So I didn't even tell y'all the day that he actually got arrested, because they had to let him go. The day they took him in for questioning, the day he actually got arrested, I was there. I had just dropped him off to work, and I was about to pull out of the parking lot where their building was, and the police surrounded my car. Here they are again with guns. They jumped out of a pickup truck. It was so crazy, y'all. This was like not a normal situation. These were not normal police officers. They had I don't know what was going on, but they all jumped out of like this truck, and they surrounded the car, and they told me to take the key out of the ignition and put my hands on the steering wheel, and I did that, and his son was in the car with me at the time. He was 3. Okay, this is traumatizing because I couldn't do nothing but look back at him, because, you know, I love him like he's my own. Like, I was just staring at him because this is scary, you know? This is scary to him and myself. And I looked at, you know, my boyfriend at the time, and they told him to get on the ground. Yeah, he looked like he wanted to run, but he looked me in my eyes, and he got on the ground. And that was the last time I seen him face to face. I was like, the thought of his son seeing this go down, it still breaks my heart, because, I mean, he was small, but he was scared. Like, I could see in his face he was scared. Like, he was, and they had guns all around the car. And for me and this baby, like, what, we weren't a threat to anybody. Every time I was on that car, because my car, we shared it, I would get stopped every time. I got rid of the car, I moved, and yeah, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think I just moved, I don't know, I guess to be close to my family. But yeah, all of that went down, and I will never forget. Like, I just will never forget that. But I don't even want my food no more, y'all. I don't even want this. It was good though. I don't want it. It was crazy. I hadn't really thought about it in so long. But yeah, a lot of people got arrested. As far as I know, their case still hasn't gone to trial, and that was a long time ago. But yeah, it was a very popular case, a very popular situation, and that's why I'm leaving so much out, because like I said, I didn't have nothing to do with it, and I still don't want anything to do with it. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoy this story time.